Kein Ding.
Kein Ding.
Yeah, to be fair, that's one of just something I've been taught by the lads and that, but they all laugh when I speak it because my accent makes it sound terrible, but I try.
Ganz herzlich. Im schönsten Stadion der Welt, die besten Fans der Welt. Ich begrüße die Fans von Borussia Dortmund.
Hello and welcome to the Matchday Magazine. Today, I'm delighted to have a real debutant to the show. Jude Bellingham is with me. Good to see you, Jude.
Hi, mate. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. You're at the training ground at the moment, but there's not a lot of training this week, actually. Tuesday's game against Leverkusen, and there's already the next game knocking on the door against Borussia M'gladbach. It's an important one, but tell me, how is body and mind? Are there still scratches from Tuesday's game?
Yeah, definitely. I think there always is after a tough game like that. You know, it takes quite a bit of recovery to get over it and stuff, and especially, you know, the mental kind of upset of the game. But, you know, we're very positive, looking forward to tomorrow and trying to get the win.
Yeah, you mentioned that upset. Tell me from your point of view, what were the crucial moments, the crucial points to that loss?
Yeah, I think, you know, we in the first half, we sort of let the game get out of our control a little bit. We didn't control the ball as we would have liked to. The press wasn't as effective as maybe we would have liked, but, you know, even us playing at that level where we know we are a lot better, we still managed to create chances and we were still quite effective. But then in the second half, when, you know, I was able to push up a little bit higher, get a bit more pressure onto their deep midfielder and, you know, dictate play a little bit more, I felt like that helped us kind of build a rhythm and help link the midfield into attack. And, you know, the attacking boys, they do what they do so well, and we carved open some chances. Obviously, the problem is, you know, we didn't take them when we were on top, and we kind of got made to pay for that. They ended up capitalising on one of our mistakes and having quite an easy goal, which is a shame, but, you know, it's football and it's something we'll take in our stride and take into the next game.
Oh, absolutely. Jude is with us now for half a year, and it was a quite courageous move for a 17-year-old to go abroad. But I'm pretty sure we all agree that it kind of paid off.
Keine Frage, der Kerl hat was vor. Große Töne neben dem Platz.
Pressure, you create it yourself through lack of preparation and confidence, and luckily I don't lack confidence.
Große Taten auf dem Platz. Als in Dortmund ankam, kündigte Jude uns an, sein Spiel sei
creative, versatile and tenacious.
Heute wissen wir, Jude hält, was versprochen hat.
Jude, in training camp in August in Switzerland, in your very first interview, you told me that one of your main goals was to learn German. Now, I know it's quite difficult, but we all know how good you are on the pitch. Tell me about your German skills now.
I can't say that they're at the level of you guys, but, you know, I'm getting there. To be honest, I'm picking a lot up just from being in the changing room and listening to stuff on the television, stuff like that, more than doing lessons. So, yeah, I think I'm getting better, but still a long, long way to go.
Give me something, come on, give me something.
Oh,
some of your favorites.
Honestly, I'd have to be like in the moment. There'd have to be like a bit of a conversation, yeah.
I heard if somebody says thank you, what's your reply to that? You usually say
Kein Ding.
Kein Ding.
Yeah,
Instead
that's one of my favourite
kein
ones.
Problem. Yeah, kein Ding. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
it's kind of,
yeah.
You know.
To be fair, that's one of just something I've been taught by the lads and that, but they all laugh when I speak it because my accent makes it sound terrible. But
nah, I wouldn't say terrible. You've been separated from your brother and father since summer. You moved here with only your mom joining you. Especially during Corona, that must be quite difficult to meet up. And how did you come up with a solution for that? And how did you celebrate it New Year's, for instance?
Yeah, well, yeah, we've not seen each other for a while. And, you know, in a way, it is really sad. We would have liked to have spent a lot more time together this year, you know, getting them over to experience it. But, you know, there's many people in a lot worse situations, you know, not working or can't see family. I haven't seen family since, you know, over a year. So I'm really very grateful that I've been able to see them in snippets when I've come home for international duty. And for New Year's and Christmas we were on Zoom, you know, doing quizzes and like because obviously the German New Year is an hour later, so I was with my mum for German New Year, and then we kind of clocked back in with them for English New Year an hour later. So that was really good. It worked out well, and you know, we had a good time.
Yeah, you made the best of it. Tuesday's game actually marked the midway point of the season. Overall, you played in 21 games. You selected or collected 3 assists and scored 1 goal. Personally, how satisfied are you with your individual performance?
With my performances, I think, yeah, very satisfied, to be honest. I think, you know, I'm a kind of player who doesn't need to necessarily score or assist all the time to affect games. You know, I feel like I can offer a lot more in many other ways. But, you know, I think from obviously a personal level, you'll know, anyone will know, any footballer will know, it is beautiful to score goals, and it's the greatest feeling you can have. So obviously that's something I want to experience a few more times going into the second half of the season. But, you know, as I said, I'm not desperate to do it, and, you know, I'll always be focused 100% on the team and just continuing the performances of my first half and improving.
Yeah, that's very well said. And 100% of focus you also need on the upcoming game. It's a Friday night game, floodlights on. It's against Borussia Mönchengladbach, 2 of the best 16 out of Europe, since both teams are still in the Champions League. What do you expect from this one?
Yeah, I think it'll be a really good encounter. I think we'll attack them, they'll attack us. There'll be no like nothing held back, and you know, this is how you want to see football be played. But obviously we want to be out on top and come the end of the 90 minutes, and we know what we have to do that. I mean we did it in the first game of the season really well, so it's kind of something along those lines in terms of, you know, preparing the same way and getting back to winning ways.
Yeah, and it's the battle of the Borussia, so it's an important game for our fans also,
yeah,
even though they're not there,
definitely.
unfortunately. Yeah. Now, for us, there will be a battle as well, because it's Jude against Ovo now in a little challenge. But before that, I have to tell our viewers the last week's results, or last show's results. Nobby actually was playing Sebastian Kehl, and yeah, there weren't a lot of points collected on and off the pitch. Only one prediction came to life, and that was Julian Brandt's goal was outside of the box. Nobby tipped that actually, and that's how he won that challenge by 3 points to 0. So overall standings: guests 29, hosts 42. So Jude, you know, I mean, you have to come up with some bright predictions now.
Yeah, here we go. I've just got to lump it on myself and hope I have a good game.
Yeah. I mean, be confident, you know, just be confident. So you're my guest, you get the first pick.
So I'm going to go mit einem Tor for Bellingham.
Okay. I'd like that.
It'd be nice to get my first goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In the Bundesliga,
I'd like that.
So
even though I want to win in this one, I'd like that for us to win there. You know, so it's okay. Then I'll go. I have to be a little courageous now myself. I'll say we'll lead at halftime. That's my
okay.
You wanted that, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with a win.
Okay.
Yeah, with a win.
Then yeah, get it. I pick a secure one. You'll start the game. That's my prediction.
Okay, yeah. And then I don't even want to wish for any red cards, because with our luck at the minute, that could go against us. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go for crossbar.
Crossbar?
Yeah, I'm going to go safety on that one, just for the 1-pointer.
If you score a goal, but you said that. I'll say it's close, but I want to win. Some courage. I believe in you. You will collect an assist. You will assist the goal. That's my final one. So there you have it. I'm really curious. I mean, it's a great game, great matchup, and yeah, I'd love to see a win for us in that fixture. But before I let you go, I know you're a tough fighter on the pitch, but I also heard you love tough fights on television as well, MMA. There's a big fight coming up.
I'm so into that 100%, and because we're not playing on Saturday, I can, you know, set my alarm for silly o'clock in the morning, probably about 5, to get up and watch it. But yeah.
Sure, but what fascinates you about this this sport? I mean, it's kind of brutal sometimes. There's a lot of blood spilled and stuff. So
it's brutal, but I think, you know, like the way they move and stuff. I'm quite fascinated by like other athletes, to be honest, in other sports.
Who else in the team is watching UFC? Are there any other fans?
I'm not sure actually. I've asked a few of the boys, and so far, none of them have said that they watch it, which is a bit disappointing, but I'll be on my own watching that at 5 in the morning then.
There you go. All right, so, I mean, take all of your fight onto the pitch on Friday, but be aware, it's not allowed the same way. What goes in the UFC is not allowed in football on the pitch, so be careful about that. So my fingers are crossed. I wish you all the best. Collect assists. Yeah, collect a goal as well. I'm okay with that, and then bring home a win. That's the most important. So that's it for this week's Matchday Magazine, and hopefully Jude will bring home a win against Borussia M'gladbach. See you.